For years, when people thought about artificial intelligence, the first names that came to mind were OpenAI, Google, or maybe Microsoft. But there's one giant that has been suspiciously quiet in the AI race, and that's Apple. While the headlines have been dominated by ChatGPT, Gemini, and Llama, Apple has been moving silently in the shadows. And today, we're going to expose their secret strategy. Because make no mistake, Apple is not falling behind. They are playing a completely different game. And the scary part? They might actually win. So, how is Apple planning to dominate AI? And what does that mean for the future of big tech? Let's break it down first. Let's start with Apple's reputation. Apple has never been the first to rush into a new technology trend. They didn't invent the smartphone, but the iPhone changed everything. They didn't invent tablets, but the iPad became the gold standard. They didn't invent wireless earbuds, but AirPods now own the market. Apple's power isn't in creating something new. It's in perfecting it, integrating it into their ecosystem, and making it mainstream. And now, they're about to do the same with AI. While Google and OpenAI race to create the smartest chatbot, Apple's strategy is completely different. They're not interested in giving you an AI friend to chat with. Apple wants AI to disappear into the background, quietly running your life without you even noticing. And that's where their true power lies. Let's talk about Apple Intelligence, the system that will soon be baked directly into iPhones, iPads, and Macs. Unlike other AI platforms that live on websites or apps, Apple is putting AI directly into the devices you use every day. That means you don't have to download a chatbot or visit a website. The AI is already there, integrated into your photos, your messages, your emails, your calendar, even your operating system. Think about how dangerous that is for big tech. While Google needs you to go to Google Search, Apple just puts the AI in your pocket. While OpenAI needs you to subscribe to ChatGPT+, Apple just builds AI into every new iPhone. And if you know Apple, you know this. They will make it look so simple, so natural, that people won't even realize they're using AI. Imagine this. You're texting a friend, and your iPhone automatically rewrites your message to sound more professional. Or you're writing an email, and the AI drafts it for you. Or you're looking for a photo, and the AI instantly finds it by understanding the context, not just file names. This is Apple's genius. AI that doesn't feel like AI. It just feels like your iPhone got 1,000 times smarter. Now here's where things get even scarier. Apple owns the most valuable real estate in the tech world, your device. They don't have to fight for your attention in a crowded marketplace. They already control the hardware, the software, and the App Store. And now, they're embedding AI right into that ecosystem. That means Apple's AI isn't competing with ChatGPT or Gemini directly. It's bypassing them entirely. Why would you go download an app when your iPhone already does it for you? That's the trap Apple is setting. And let's not forget about privacy. Apple has built its entire brand on the promise of security and privacy. While people are becoming more worried about how OpenAI and Google are handling their data, Apple is doubling down on the message. Your AI stays on your device. That's a huge competitive advantage. People don't trust big tech with their private conversations, but they might trust Apple if the AI is processed locally. Now, let's talk about hardware. Apple isn't just about software and apps. They control the chips inside their devices. The A-series and M-series processors are some of the most powerful consumer chips in the world. And these chips are designed to run AI models directly on the device. No cloud required. That means Apple can deliver lightning-fast AI while keeping your data private. And once again, it's all locked into their ecosystem. But Apple isn't stopping there. Think about what happens when they merge AI with the Vision Pro, their mixed reality headset. Imagine AI that doesn't just live on your phone, but literally overlays itself on top of your world. You're walking down the street, and your Vision Pro highlights the nearest restaurant, shows you the reviews, and even suggests what you should order. This isn't science fiction. This is the future Apple is building. And here's the most important part. Apple doesn't need to own the biggest AI model. They don't need to build the smartest chatbot. All they need to do is make AI invisible, seamless, something that billions of people use every day without even thinking about it. That's what terrifies the rest of big tech, because OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft need to convince people to use their AI products. Apple doesn't. They just push an update to iOS, and overnight, 1 billion people are using Apple Intelligence. This is the silent takeover. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Right now, AI is dominated by flashy demos. Everyone is showing off chatbots, image generators, and voice clones. But most people don't actually use those tools in their daily lives. Apple knows this, and instead of trying to win the AI arms race in public, they're setting the stage for a quiet revolution. They don't care if you ever say, "I'm using AI." They just want you to say, "Wow, my iPhone is amazing." And once you're hooked, you're never leaving. That's the real plan. Apple doesn't want to sell you AI. They want to sell you iPhones, iPads, Macs, and Vision Pros that just happen to have AI built in. That way, the AI isn't the product. The ecosystem is the product. And that's where Apple wins. Now here's the question: is this good or bad for us? On one hand, Apple's approach to privacy and on-device AI could be a safer alternative to data-hungry companies like AI, like Google and Meta. On the other hand, this level of integration gives Apple even more control over our digital lives. They already decide what apps can go on the App Store, what features make it to your iPhone, and how much you pay for storage. Imagine giving them control over your AI too. And let's not forget, Apple has a long history of locking people into their ecosystem. Once you're in, it's hard to leave. Your messages don't sync with Android. Your apps don't transfer to Windows. Your photos are stuck in iCloud. And now, your AI might be locked into Apple too. That's the real danger. Not just that Apple will dominate AI, but that they will use AI to tighten their grip on users. So, while everyone else is distracted by the loud AI race between OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft, Apple is quietly building the most powerful AI monopoly of them all. And by the time people realize it, it might already be too late. Here's the truth. Apple doesn't need to be first, just need to be the last one standing. And if history tells us anything, it's that when Apple finally makes its move, the entire industry changes. So ask yourself this: when Apple flips the switch on its full AI ecosystem, will you even notice? Or will you just wake up one day and realize that Apple has already taken over? Because that's the plan, the silent takeover, the invisible revolution, the Apple way.